Okay, our pregnant lady is here.
Hey, Dr. Brenda.
Sorry I'm late.
Give me a sec. Oh, jeez. Shoes off?
Yeah, take your shoes off. I don't wear shoes. So we have Amy here today to discuss a little bit about what you do with the pink stork, because I want to know more about that.
Okay.
Then we're going to discuss what's been going on with you and your baby.
Okay, so pink stork is vitamins and supplements. It's for pregnant women, but we do all things from like fertility to also like nursing, so, and everything in between.
I like her peppermint oil.
The oil.
And the magnesium spray.
Magnesium spray. And we have
two
flakes too, but those are for bathtubs, so she probably doesn't use this here.
No, but you can use them at home to take a nice Epsom salt bath from all of this work.
Right, yeah, that's true. Probably would detox it all.
Yes, and everything that she has is safe for pregnant moms, and so that's why I really like it, because you don't have to worry about that. The other thing is I like the quality of it, because I've tried a lot of essential oils. I've tried a lot of magnesium oil spray, so I like the quality of your stuff.
Made in the U.S., USDA organically certified, all those great little circles.
And now she's got her, what number is
Number
this?
5. That's
Number 5.
been rather interesting compared to the rest, but
so
Brenda's been here to help us.
So how many weeks are you? You're like around 39 weeks?
Yeah, around 39 weeks.
Okay, and so this baby has been breech, and then
comes circles.
Then he or she, we don't know yet, flipped on his own, then flipped again,
and just kept flipping and flipping over.
But now he or she is head down.
Right.
And we're going to check again.
Let him
stay
go
down. But in general, it's good while you're pregnant to get, especially pelvic and lower back adjustments and work done, just to make, in my opinion, I think it makes labor easier, well, as easy
as labor
can be, just so that that the pelvis is free to open up for delivery. That's my main goal.
What about, does it like shorten it at all?
I don't know if there's any research on that. I know that with my own pregnancies, I was adjusted throughout my pregnancy, and I never had any issues. So,
what about can you send me into labor?
I don't know if I would want to do that. Although people, you know, if things are in alignment, and if the pelvic is in alignment, and the baby is engaged the right way through chiropractic, what we're doing is balancing the pelvis to give the baby the best opportunity to come out the right way. Right. So we're trying to free up any kind of tightness or any inflexibility. Mostly the pelvis, you know, misaligns. It goes anterior on one side and posterior on the other. So we try to unwind that to give the baby the most room to descend.
Nice.
So
she's a genius.
But you've had pretty
I've had like 17 hours, and then I've had 3 hours, so I'm all over the place.
Okay.
But I haven't done as much chiropractic care during my pregnancies as I have with this one. I told people that, you know, like my toe was all like going weird ways. And so you like aligned my hip though in the beginning, and it hasn't done that since then, which is, I don't know, I thought I had a hammer toe, so it's not doing that anymore. She aligned it.
Okay, stop. All right, let's get to work.
Okay.
So let's check your neck first. It's okay to temporarily lay a pregnant mom on her back.
It feels good.
Just relaxing those paraspinal muscles makes my job easier. How are the stress levels this week?
Good.
Better now that you've got everything.
Yeah, now that I feel like my iron's come up and the baby's head down, and, you know, now I'm just waiting for go time.
See him moving around in there. A little knot in the base of your neck right here. Now I can see almost through your shirt.
Isn't it weird?
Where the baby is. So they call this Leopold's. It's going into all 4 quadrants. And you feel, and yeah.
That's a butt.
Yeah, that's a butt and a thigh. Yeah.
And there's a foot and a rib.
You're good. Yeah. No, there's no way that's a head. I mean, can you feel like how wide?
So squishy.
Yeah, that's not a head. A head isn't that big. Yeah, no, we're good. But yeah, that's a head.
Is it down there?
No.
Oh.
Floating.
Floating?
Floating right above. You can feel the top of his head right here. There's a little gap.
Oh, yeah.
Here's your
a little
bone.
gap.
And then there's the little gap of his head. But that's
Oh,
fine. Yeah. It's normal until, like, the last second.
Like,
for them to engage.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. All right, let's adjust your neck. I'm going to adjust your left side first. Here we go. That's it. Doing good. Oh, yeah. Right here. Relax here. Relax here. Good. There it is.
Oh, that feels so good.
Good. You're almost there. You're almost at the end. Come up here. Check your atlas again. Do you feel like you're ready?
Mm-hmm.
You ready for it to be over now?
Yeah, I feel the end.
Oh, one day at a time.
Yes.
2, 3, 4.
Keep squeezing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're strong! Good. And squeeze, squeeze.
Wait, together or
Together,
out?
together. Yeah.
Okay.
Squeeze against my hands.
Oh, this is a workout.
Squeeze a little bit more.
That one hurts.
Where does it hurt?
Everything down there?
Okay, squeeze a little bit more. Squeeze one more.
Ow! I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't prepared for a pop. Although I am at the chiropractor, so I probably should be.
Yep, bottom leg straight, top leg bent. That's it. You got it? You remember this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this arm back, that's it. Bottom leg straight. You're
Sorry.
sorry. Busy lady, deep breath in. I know. Good.
Oh, that feels good.
That was good. That moved nice.
Yeah, that was a good crack.
It's a good crack. Bottom leg straight, top leg bent. That's it. All the way back. Head back. Go back. Think back. No, this one's going to be a little tighter. This one down. That's it. Relax. I got you. There it is. Alright. So here we go. I don't really care. We gotta get these. There we go. Good.
That feels good. Does that crack from the ankle or the hip?
Both. It can, because sometimes when you're like this and you're pulling,
Uh-huh. It feels good on both sides.
yep, you can kind of like reach overhead and grab the table.
Mm-hmm.
That other hand too. See, when I do this, I don't know if they can tell, but you can also adjust the hip joint here.
Mm-hmm. It feels good on my hips.
Yeah, right.
And even on like my
Lower
buttocks
back.
down there.
You can feel it
Uh-huh.
separate. It feels good. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that was a good one. And then we got the knees. Good. Do a little. Good. Metatarsals.
That's good.
There it is. It's always like stuck between the first and second.
Mm-hmm. That's the toe problem.
Yeah, it's because when somebody takes a step, they roll in. That's the final motion. So it's heel strike, outer side of the foot, and then it collapses in like that.
Mm.
And that's what causes, when the foot pronates like this, that this
And then it
toe
goes
goes
under.
that way.
Yeah.
And this one too.
Yes.
So it will go either up
That's what it does.
or it'll go down. Either way. Okay, so that's why you see me go the other way.
Okay.
Try to come up. There we go. some circulation in your poor feet. This is like what every pregnant woman wants.
Yes, this is so good.
So we're trying to create a space
For the baby.
for the belly. Yes.
Okay.
There we go. Climb on board.
Coming down for a landing.
Okay. You comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? Feels good, Amy.
Yeah, that feels good.
No, your alignment. But I can just tell there's more tightness here. Right there compared to this side. A little bit of restriction there. Have you been having any pelvic pain?
No, not really. I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad.
No,
But
it's good.
No pelvic pain.
Not with everything. All right. Left high shoulder. So deep breath in. All the way. Good.
Feels good.
Deep breath in and out. Again. You have like a little rib out here. You too much pressure on your tummy? You okay?
No, I don't feel any pressure on my tummy.
All right. There we go. There. Good.
What was that, a rib?
You know, there's a misalignment here. Yeah, there's rib heads that have the possibility of going out. Okay. I'm just checking them. Right. When I work on the front, the baby is on the front of you for the most part. Okay. He lives or she lives on the front of you. Okay, of your body. But he has to exit the pelvis. Okay. So this compartment is slightly different than this compartment.
Okay.
The round ligaments are over here on the front.
Right.
And when the baby is in the right position, LOA or ROA, right occiput anterior, left occiput, I can feel, that's so cute, moving around. You know, when they're in that position, you don't want to mess around with the round ligaments anymore. Okay. Because that's the position of the baby. And if they're in a good position, leave them alone. However, you're about to give birth.
Right.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to loosen this up as much as I can so the baby can exit. Okay.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Why I wouldn't work on the front.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I don't want to give him any more room to flip around.
There's lots of room in there after 5.
Well, we had to get more room initially because he wasn't positioned correctly. Okay, so you want to give them as much room as they possibly can to turn.
Right.
But now that he's in the right position, I don't want him to have any more space.
It's not a playground.
No.
Just sit still and come out soon.
So now this is more... Is it wrong to say that this is how he's going to exit? This is how the baby is
how you're coming out.
So I want this to be nice and loose. It does affect the baby, but not so much, you know, head down or head up. It's more of how the baby is going to turn the head in the pelvis, and therefore his whole body. Does that kind of make sense?
So as it turns down, it comes more towards your back. And
you want the baby to exit. You know, first the head has to come through the pelvis, and then they have to have enough room for the shoulders to come through, and they turn as they do that. They kind of turn and they wiggle their way out.
Right.
So this is my main concern at this point, not so much this anymore. Right? If you have a big scar on your SI joint and that can't open up, your labor, in theory, I would think would take longer.
Can you feel scars? Like
yeah, you could feel a little scar. You're very minimal, Amy. I mean, between it's not.
Oh, I'm just wondering in general, like when you work on patients.
Well, yeah, you can feel scar tissue. Women have.
That's crazy.
Because they fall, you know, when they were little, or they from sitting in the wrong way for long periods of time. Make sure that everything is smoothed out. Here's the SI joint right here. You could get a massage if you wanted a massage, but this is more functional work. I'm going right up against the SI joint.
So when I was in labor with my previous ones, I would have my husband like
want to put, squeeze there.
Yes.
And that opens, I'm assuming, those, whatever you're rubbing, or no? Is that something different?
It's counter pressure, so it's like the same thing as if I were to place my hand in the small of your back.
Uh-huh.
And that would take or relieve pressure from back labor. It's just to kind of numb the nerves a little bit so you don't feel as much pain.
Okay, so it's more pain management.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think squeezing the pelvis affects it one way or the other. Because that sacrum is going to lift in order for the baby to come through.
Okay.
The baby pushes the sacrum up as the head comes out. I would demonstrate on my little my model, but that's a male pelvis.
Oh, is that what that?
Yes. And I would need like a baby doll to demonstrate.
You just like my iPhone.
Yeah, I feel that tiny little bit of a scar right there. Yeah, it's just that's where the nerve is. So when your husband squeezes like this, I think that's more to deaden
that nerve.
The feeling of back labor. Yes.
Yes.
And that will that's the nerve that wraps around to the front.
Yeah, that's the painful one. That's it.
So yeah, you want to kind of free that up. You don't want this firing any more than
no
it needs to.
Just cut it out.
You might need that to move your leg though.
Put it back afterwards.
Okay. I'm going to work on the other side now. Little triangular piece. Here's the SI joint. And you're checking that for scar tissue. And because you have natural hormones that you're producing right now that make all of this relaxed as it is.
Right.
So it's very easy to work on pregnant women. It's not like my power lifters where I'm giving it everything I've got. I'm very gently persuading the scar tissue to relax and to release. And this is your 5th treatment, so it's much easier this time than it was the first time.
Yeah, I think the first time it was painful.
Yeah, this shouldn't be that painful
No,
anymore.
this doesn't hurt at all.
Okay, just checking. Making sure everything remains as loose as possible. Don't want any hang-ups. Yeah, well, labor is not a picnic, for sure. It's called labor for a reason.
Those feel good too. Those muscles.
Yeah, this is the quadratus lumborum is in here. You want to make sure that that's not there's no hypertonicity in there. I guess I've never really explained everything I do, Amy.
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, the quadratus, the QL muscles are like this, and they hook on from the transverse processes, this muscle like this. This muscle is a big influencer of which way the pelvis which way the pelvis is aligned. Yeah. I don't know if I can explain. I'm going to pretend this is the head of the baby, all right? Now, this is a male pelvis. On a female, this opening is bigger. The head is the widest front to back.
Okay.
Okay? So the baby wants to come down sideways like this to fit through.
Okay.
Either the back of the head here and the nose here, or the other way, and the back of the head here and the nose over here.
Okay.
Okay, so it comes down and it does fine, and then the shoulders get in the way.
Right.
So now it has to turn so that the shoulders can now fit through.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole body comes out.
So then those muscles help indicate which way that baby turns?
Yeah, you want the baby to be able to rotate and come out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I adjust this bone, this one, all
Nice.
3. You don't neglect any of them. You make sure they're all functioning and working properly, and they have the ability to open, because this will separate and this will separate. The sacrum has the ability. That's why when you're on your back giving labor, it's not the best of choice, because you want the sacrum to float away.
Right, it's got to go away.
It will float like that. And I've
Okay.
seen it happen.
Interesting.
But either that or all the forces here and this
that.
to open up if you're on your back and the sacrum.
Ah.
Okay.
Painful.
Ow. Okay. So on your side or on your all fours, right? Okay.
Right.
Those are optimal.
Interesting.
Because as the baby comes through, it will push
Right.
this away.
Yeah.
You can almost tell when a woman's had a baby because it never fully goes back.
Oh, lovely.
I know. Never really, because there's ligaments holding everything
Right.
together, and they get stretched out. They get mostly stretched out from being pregnant.
Right.
It's not like a C-section will save you. Because even with a C-section, women still have this. It's just the pressure of the baby's head sitting in there. moves this.
Nice.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Okay? So yeah, the head goes this way. Here's the shoulders. They're going to get stuck. So baby rotates and then comes out.
Nice. So potentially you're telling me my labor could be shorter.
I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. We should do a case study. We'll find out at the end of this. I wish you had been over here, Linnea, to catch her face. That was funny. Yeah, come over here so you can get her face, because I'm over here. Anything else she says. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I felt that crack.
Yeah. Sometimes you can kind of persuade it into place. That's what I wanted. These last little guys to go. Because this is, again, the attachment for the QL muscle. That's why this is so important. People are like, oh, let's just focus here. No, you gotta do everything. You gotta make sure everything's aligned. Or else, one thing will pull the other out. And Is your husband like handy? Handy, like he's not far away?
Out. Oh, yeah.
Like he's always like by your side?
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling this is going to be like a really quick labor.
Oh no.
Well, you're so loose, and we've gotten you so. All of the scar tissue's now pretty much nil. No, it feels good. I'm not worried. Put it that way. You're ready, set to go.
Awesome.
She's all tan. She's got her vitamin D. This is good. Best way to get vitamin D.
Yeah, it was a pretty weekend. Did you go to the beach?
Yes. Did everybody go to the beach this weekend?
Yes.
I feel like we all did. We're all like, oh, we get one day, right, of sunshine. We had a rainy day today.
Mm-hmm. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so.
Oh, really? Yes, it is, isn't it? Where's my other little story?
Speaking of which, do you believe that, what is it called? Barometric? Wait.
Barometric pressure? Yes.
Affects the baby? Because
Yes.
last night I was having
Contractions?
Yeah, in the middle of the night. And I was like, should I wake my husband?
Oh, the prodromal labor.
But then it goes away, right?
Yes, by morning it's gone, and it was just, they can get really regular, they can be, you can time them, and then they'll just start getting further and further apart, and then you kind of know that, oh, psych.
It was just the weather.
It was the moon, I know people say affects it. All of my children were born under the same stars.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
We went to the the planetarium,
Uh-huh.
and they said, okay, give us your birthdays, and they typed it in, and each one of them, and they were like, I was like, wait, it didn't work. And he goes, no, this is the same stars as your other kid.
That's crazy.
And I was like, okay, do the next one. And then it was the same pattern. They were all born at different times of the day. They were all born, different times of the year. You know what I mean? And the same stars were in the sky.
That's pretty cool.
So I thought that was interesting. I thought maybe his computer had malfunctioned, And he goes, no, look, there's the date at the bottom, and there's the stars that they're born under.
That's really cool.
So I thought that was interesting. And one was born in North Dakota, one was born in Florida.
Right, all around.
The winter and summer, spring, So I wonder, they don't have any, the midwives will tell you, that the moon affects it, that the full moon, when it's a full moon.
The full.
But none of my babies have been born on a full moon. So. But it can affect, I think, the pattern.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And whether or not you go into labor, that's more determined upon the baby than it is you. So your body might be ready, but the baby's not. No. So if it happens to be that the baby and the mom are both ready, then a full moon might affect it. But if the baby's lungs produce surfactant, and that builds up receptors on the uterus So, and the brain, your brain is constantly emitting oxytocin, which
Right.
causes the uterus to contract. But if your baby's lungs are not developed, then there won't be enough receptor sites on the uterus.
Interesting.
Does that make sense? But if
Yeah, I swear that's why this baby flipped back around the other time, because
he wasn't ready.
It felt. I mean, I told Thomas, I was like, this is it, and then it popped its head back up. I was like, nah, nope, baby's not ready.
She was so discouraged, but then he flipped back around on his own.
But now he's back. You know,
Yeah, he just flipped right. Or she might be a
I
she.
know. That's cool though. I didn't know that the baby sent.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the placenta has some effect on it. You know, it's all this hormonal pool, a cocktail going on in your body. And it all, like a dance, it has to work together. And eventually you'll mount enough of a reaction that the baby comes out. And that's how it naturally happens. Of course, sometimes women need a little help. But...
And why is that?
If you want to know my opinion, it's because the brain isn't the nervous system of the woman, isn't
Like,
communicating.
She's too nervous or
Anxiety, yeah.
Stress.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the nervous system is king here. It's because if your brain doesn't produce enough oxytocin, you'll never
go into labor.
You'll never go into labor. So that's why the Pitocin, will help stimulate all in one shot. So everything that happens over the course of a few weeks now has to happen within 48 hours.
And it's ungodly painful.
Yes, and it's very painful.
But that's interesting, because I had no clue about that with my first birth, and I had to have Pitocin, or they gave me Pitocin because my water broke, and then I was, under a
that's
clot.
different, though. Your water broke. You know what I mean? You gotta
get the baby
You gotta get the baby out at that point. Obviously, if there's medical necessity, hello. You do what you can, okay? Moms get really tired towards the end.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I have been there 4 times. I was desperate myself.
Exactly.
I was trying to think of all the different things that I did to try to get labor started.
Oh.
Walk.
Yeah.
Dancing.
Anything.
See, it's not fun in here. Come out. I'm gonna bounce you around.
You jump on a trampoline. No, I don't know.
There we go. Little knot right there.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right. What do you feel? Am I missing anything?
Oh, I feel good.
The only thing was this little shoulder right here.
Yeah,
that's the
tight.
only one that I had a feeling would be give me a little bit of a hang up, but deep breath in again. All that. See, it's just a little tight.
Oh,
There it is.
There it goes.
Yay. I mean, that took some persuasion to get that one to move. Some gentle persuasion. Yeah, it's just like you gotta come in here and you gotta go. Like, that's why I like to do this one afterwards. Just to kind of set the rhomboid muscle over the scapula. You're learning about all the things I do to you, Amy.
I know. Like,
this is why you torture me?
it's very informative. I like it though.
Well, I don't mind. Do you know what the meaning of doctor is?
No, I don't.
Doctor.
To heal?
No, doctor means educator.
Educator.
Teacher.
Teacher.
Right? That's literally, when you have a doctorate, that means you've been taught. And you are now a teacher.
Well, if you think about it, aren't the best doctors the one that, like, teach you and explain to you and you understand and connect all the dots?
Right? That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think. But we get so busy, you gotta slow down and educate. Whew. Now you're smothered in oil. Okay.
Nice and greasy.
Nice and greasy. Put you in the oven.
Bake me.
You are kind of like an oven right now, baking that little baby. Come on, baby. Oh, I'm just checking. Run through all my checks again. Probably, I don't know, maybe I'll get some of this. And these feel good. These feel smooth. Good. Good. And good.
Oh, that feels so good. Now I'm just going to lay here for forever.
You can lay there. It's the only time you get to lay on your stomach.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you don't get to lay on your stomach at home. You can put something underneath your pelvis and kind of...
I do. I make like a big mound. I don't know what I do. I just flip-flop around like a fish in the bed. Can't get comfortable. Okay.
Lean away. Good. Good. Lean away again. Good. There it goes. Oh, yank on.
Nice.
Just have to persuade it. That's what I tell people. Anybody that wants to learn, I'm like, don't force it. Just persuade it. Okay, come on, lean away again. And then there it goes. This doesn't hurt. This one, just lean away. I'm just real picky about. I want everything to move.
Like this way?
Yeah. Good. There, I feel like it already moved into place. Good. All right. Other side. I'm gonna crack it all today. Good. Grab a little AC joint, lean away. Glenohumeral. That's what that is. Good. Everything moving. Feels good. All right, what else?
Feels really good.
There we go. I'm going to show Amy the best exercise to get the baby engaged, which is what we want, is a squat. But walking opens up the inlet of the pelvis. Okay? When you walk, you're shifting these bones back and forth, and that's getting this flexible.
Okay.
Right there. But now when you squat, that's opening up the outlet, the bottom, right here. Okay?
Gotcha.
So you got to do both walking.
So I have to walk more and squat more.
Yes. This is how you do a squat. Yep, she's like against the wall. Yep, if the patient, you notice the heels are lifting, do it up against the wall. She can also grab onto like a countertop if she really feels unbalanced, or grab onto somebody else and they can just help her. Yep. Every day you got to do a lot of this. Where do you feel it? Just in your pelvis?
No, I feel it in my, like, I don't know.
All over. Here. And this is when you have your partner help you up.
Oh,
so
like
you
a workout.
You feel it more in here?
Yeah, like more just like in my, probably my...
Your quads.
My quads.
So then the other one to do is to come down here. This is another good one, is to do the butterfly.
Yeah, that's
this is easier.
Less muscle.
Yes, but it's the same kind of thing. It's not as effective, but it's...
So, you gotta squat, really.
Yes, but this is also good. If you're feeling that pain in here, then you've got to come and do these.
Okay, and then walk, too. Shimmy the baby down.
Walk the baby down. Now, you can also do this. If you ever feel like, you're not balanced, you just do it up against a wall. Yep, and that will keep your back. Also, if there's too much pressure or pain in your lower back, it's good to just do it up against a wall.
Okay.
And that takes that pressure out of it.
Nice.
Because a lot of women like to round.
Right.
Like, no.
Around.
And then with your back against the wall, you also can push down. And that should open up that part so that you can now do a squat.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, that feels good. Got it. Lots of fun homework.
Okay.
Nice.
No, this is going to be good.
Yes.
You're ready.
Are ready or not? I'm ready. Ready or not?
Okay, the day is like, all right, that's good. Here's Amy walking the baby out. Walking, trying to beat the rain. Dr. Mondragon trying to get that